Gun violence has no side, okay? And we should all stop right now, from the average citizen to the politicians out there. I don't care who you are. We should all put all the bullshit aside and look at how everybody's being affected by this. Because until we do that, we're only going to be looking at it affecting one side, even though it's affecting everybody. And we're never going to get anything done because everybody's going to be like, well, it was them, not me. So I'm doing this a little bit early right now because, as many of you might have guessed, I'm going to talk about this Charlie Kirk incident that happened. And it's such a touchy subject right now in such a heated moment that I want to just speak for myself. I don't want to bring in anybody else to come in, and I don't want to get in an argument with anybody. I don't want them to probably say anything that might offend anybody out there. I'm going to do that enough myself, probably. and I only want to speak for myself when talking about this, because this is not long after it happened, and it is a very, 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 very tightrope walking subject to do right now. So let me just say about this situation, man. A lot of people are angry. A lot of people are full of hate. A lot of people are celebrating. I'm just sad. I'm just sad about humanity in general, man. I don't think anyone should celebrate this. I don't think anyone should politicize this. I don't think anyone should weaponize this. Because if you do, you're extremely short-sighted, I feel. And I think that's contributing to this whole divisiveness that's going on right now. It seems to be getting worse by the minute right now. And when I say this, I'm trying to be understanding of other people's feelings out there. And I'm also trying to be very honest with you without coming in and being a hypocrite about what I just said. And I can't talk about you and then do it. But I'll be honest about Charlie Kirk, because I probably have talked about Charlie Kirk, and I did not like Charlie Kirk. And I think I have justified reasons for that. Am I sad about this from, just basic human compassion? Yes, I am. I'm very sad about it, as far as being a human being goes. But man, this has put me in an awkward position, y'all. This really put me in a real awkward position to talk about this, because you know what? While I feel sad about it, it's hard for me to feel sad for him. And I'm just being honest with you. And let me tell you why. And I don't want to upset anybody with this. And I don't want anybody to cheer me on with my opinion either. I want to be just as fair as possible, and very practical with my opinion right now. This put me in an awkward position because I want to feel sad about it, but it really is hard for me to feel sad about a person when they advocated violence, I feel, when they were at least casual about violence, when it was happening to somebody else and not them. A lot of people have probably seen this already today. And this is the first thing that came to my mind when this happened, because I had seen this. This is a video where Charlie Kirk is talking about how we need death. It's just we don't need it, but death is just something that happens, and it's just something that is going to occur when we are trying to have the Second Amendment. He compares it to like when you're driving a car. You make a sacrifice for driving a car. You take a risk when you drive a car. If we have guns out there, then we're all taking a risk for that right to have them.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
That is a cost that we have to have. I guarantee you, I promise you, he never thought that he would be paying that price, that he would pay that cost. I promise you. And that's the problem. We all talk shit about things because we don't ever think that it'll happen to us. And that's why he felt like he did. I feel bad for his family. For him, it's hard for me to feel sadness when somebody is so callous like that. That's not the only thing that he said. You know, there were other things out there. On mass shootings, we cannot allow them to emotionally hijack the narrative. Again, because nobody close to him that happened to. He didn't have to emotionally suffer, you know, knowing somebody or knowing a victim of a mass shooting. Here's another one. He suggested that children should watch public executions. When you are that, really, when you were that insensitive to death and the suffering of others, what am I supposed to feel? I can only feel so much as you put out. And as far as I'm concerned, those were very selfish and self-centered emotions, and he didn't put out much for me to give back. That's how I feel about it, man. How much sadness can I feel towards a person who showed little compassion for other people out there? You heard his words. What am I supposed to say? I'm making this up. At the same time, though, and this is, like I said, I'm going to piss everybody off today because I'm not going to have a satisfactory approach or answer to this for anybody. Because at the same time, I would never wish death on anyone. I mean, maybe in some rare circumstances, you know what I mean? If you're somebody out, if you're a mass murderer and you're still out there, they got to kill you to take you down. Yeah, do it, please, by all means. If you're a violent person, maybe. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a video out there that everybody has watched of when Charlie Kirk got shot. And I don't know how anybody can watch that video and find joy in that and want to advocate that more. I saw it and it was horrific. I don't know how anybody else could look at that and want to wish that on somebody else, unless it's a very extreme circumstance. I think that anybody who watches that, anybody who celebrates that video, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with you. I watched it and I felt frightened in some kind of way, because I guess I'd never really seen somebody take a gunshot like that, and it just scared me to know that it scared me because I knew that there would be people who would look at that and laugh about it, that there would be people who would look at that and just find some sort of happiness in it. That's weird to me. That is very weird to me. I do not take pride in, I don't even like to see bugs suffer. So, you know, if I'm watching a human being being killed in that manner, I just don't know how it happens, man. That's how I wonder how people used to watch lynchings, and I wonder how people used to watch witch burnings and things like that. And I would like to think that we've evolved as a society to not take pleasure in such barbaric actions and violence. But I really think that when people look at something like that, and if you're happy about it and you're laughing about it, you're celebrating it, to me, there's something wrong with you. You know, with this, we shouldn't be taking joy in that. We shouldn't be looking at violence like that, taking pleasure in it. And I even feel like we shouldn't be taking sides right now. That's what's really bothering me, man. Because here's the thing that we should be looking at with this. We should be looking at how horrific gun violence is, or any deadly violence for that matter. But we should be looking at how bad gun violence is, especially in this country, and how horrific it is. That video should show you how horrific that is. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. Violence, in this particular case, gun violence, if you look at how rampant it is today, it has no party. It has no team. You know, it doesn't side with somebody in every case. Gun violence affects everyone at this moment. And while everybody's sitting up here taking sides, oh man, I'm glad to see the one of their side gets it. I'm glad to see the Republicans get it. Oh, look at the Dems, man, and the libs. They should own this. They're responsible for this. Everybody should be looking at one particular thing right now, and that is how gun violence affects us all. We've been seeing it kill children. We've been seeing it kill senior citizens. We've been seeing it kill innocent people just trying to live their lives. We've been seeing it destroy families. And you want to sit up here and take a side? at this moment? What the hell is wrong with people, man? Why do we have this need to like treat everything as if it's a sport? Why do we have to sit back and always choose a team? Why do we have to feel like we can't have some compassion for people, even if they disagree with us? This shit affects us all right? Gun violence has no side, okay? And we should all stop right now, from the average citizen to the politicians out there. I don't care who you are. We should all put all the bullshit aside and look at how everybody's being affected by this. Because until we do that, we're only going to be looking at affecting one side, even though it's affecting everybody. And we're never going to get anything done because everybody's going to be like, well, it was them, not me. It's sad to me if you're celebrating this, but really shame on you hypocrites out there, man. I've already been online, even when they thought that they had a suspect. They didn't at the time, but somebody put something out there, found a picture, and showed some dude on the ground getting arrested. And I don't know what they put it out there for. I don't know what angle they were going for, but it got a reaction from everybody. And everybody, of course, came in and politicized it. But as I said, man, now that this was a conservative that was shot, you already got Republicans out there blaming the libs, blaming the Dems. It's always the same bullshit. With no other reason than you're not on my team. We have here this woman, Nancy Mace, U.S. Representative. I think she's from South Carolina. What she said is disgusting. I mean, I've seen a lot of disgusting things today. And as I said, I've seen it from all sides. But if you're thinking like this and you're an adult, this is highly irresponsible and this is disgusting.
I'm going to say this. Democrats own what happened today. My kids have called panicking. All the kids of every conservative in the country.
Now, why? On what basis? And again, this is not me politicizing this. I'm just showing you an example from one side, and I've already told you examples from others. But this right here, what basis do you have for that? Furthermore, somebody called her on it because this reporter, good for him, he said exactly what a lot of us were thinking when she was going off right now.
By that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Some raging leftist lunatic put a bullet through his neck, and you want to talk about Republicans right now? No.
I'm going to tell you something, man. If you are a person who shoots another unarmed person in cold blood, you're a lunatic no matter what side you're on. No matter what party you belong to, no matter what lifestyle you're living, no matter what race you are, if you're out there shooting somebody, you have no regard for innocent human lives out there, you're probably a lunatic. You're a lunatic no matter what. And I thought the same thing when that reporter called her out. If y'all remember, there was a lunatic that went and shot this person right here, Melissa Hortman. Melissa Hortman, she's another Republican from Minnesota, I believe. I think it was Minnesota. She's the woman where a guy went to her door posing as a policeman, shot her husband, think they shot the dog, killed them. And Trump hardly acknowledged it. I think his reaction was pretty cold. I think it was something to the effect of, why do I need to go out and acknowledge this so much? And you didn't see these people on the other side, because I believe she was a Democrat. So you didn't see all these people on the other side coming to arms and pitchforks and torches for that. But that's the problem, man. What was I on? I believe it was X. When I was looking at some of the responses when they thought they had a suspect. And people are already coming in there politicizing it. Hey, so kill them all. Kill all the libs, kill all the Dems. Oh, hey, look, I guess it wasn't the immigrants after all. Nobody's talking about the one thing that's the problem, is that's the violence on everybody that this affects. And I will say this about the Republican side, though. It is funny how every time there's a shooter that's a conservative shooter, it's always about mental health. It's always about have compassion for this person, and we need mental health out there. We need compassion for people who are suffering mental illness out there. We don't do that for this. They're not doing that for this right now. It's always the mainstream media. You know, they never really get to the point of what it really is all about. You know, I don't know, man. The guy that shot at Trump, that guy, wasn't he a registered Republican? You don't see them talking about that. You don't see them bringing that up. I don't claim any team here. Let me just be straight with you. I'm not sitting up here taking any kind of sides. I'm not sitting up here trying to cast blame. I want everybody to sit back and stop trying to celebrate their team, their side, stop pointing fingers, and I want y'all to look at the real problem, and that is violence, and violence doesn't give a shit who it affects. Violence happens every day, especially gun violence. And as I said, gun violence is one of the most equal opportunity things out there. It kills everybody. It's a damn shame we're trying to talk about getting along together, and the thing that is the least racist or sexist or the most tolerant is gun violence. Doesn't care who you are, doesn't care about your age, doesn't care about your color, doesn't care about your political party. And that's what we should be focusing on right now. And especially if you're a politician, and you're ready to weaponize this, and you're ready to politicize this, and you're ready to use this to gather people on your side so that you can turn them against the other side, shame on you. Shame on you. That's disgusting. It's immature, and you don't deserve the position that you're in, even though a lot of people are there. And I'll tell you something else. You're the average person, and you're looking at videos of people being murdered in cold blood right before you. I don't care how much you like them. I just told you, I don't like Charlie Kirk either. Charlie Kirk, just my opinion, Charlie Kirk was a racist. Charlie Kirk was a bigot. He was intolerant, sexist, homophobic. This guy, you put it out there, this guy kind of covered it all. I just want you to know, I don't condone this person, never liked this person, and I don't really feel sad for this person, but I am a human, and that was a human. And anybody who's looking at another human just being gunned down in cold blood, you need to search within you and find some kind of compassion, because I really do think that's a dark place to be in. If you feel that is something to be celebrated. I don't know. I'm sure I pissed off somebody today. Or maybe I pissed off everybody. Maybe I'm like gun violence. I'm equal opportunity. Made everybody mad. I don't know. But sorry if I brought everybody down. But everybody was asking me to talk about this. Everybody was approaching me and saying, I can't wait to hear what you say. And I would have brought everybody on. But as I said, I just want to speak for myself. I don't want to make this a big debate. I don't want to make this something where we even came in and made a lot of humor about it. I don't want to argue with anybody. Agree, yeah, but I don't know how much you would have agreed. So I'm sure if they want to say something, I'll bring them in later and they can say something to you. Chat, how you doing? I hope I didn't make anybody too upset out there. Hope I didn't make anybody mad. Hope everybody, even if you disagree with me, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. So thank you for, we got Blackula creeping in here. Oh, it's Martin. Man, I didn't want to bring you down. I get it. I didn't want to bring you down. I didn't know what you would be saying about it. And go ahead and shut the door. And plus, I didn't know. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know if you were gonna say something, and then you might be like, "Yeah, I'm glad." I don't know.
You know me better than that.
No, I know. But I've already got emails about, hey man, you hear what so-and-so saying? I'm like, I don't know. But man, not you here. Not you here. You can speak on it if you want.
Well, I didn't really know a whole lot about Charlie Kirk. And then what I do know wasn't good. I don't think there's anything good about this at all. This kind of thing that just opens it up to anybody being able to have a target on their back.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's equal opportunity. This is just one more of these.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
I know. I'm super blurry.
Sorry, y'all. He just got in. Sorry.
It's just in the last few years, really in the last few months, we've just been open up to so many things that we thought would be a rarity or would never happen. Mm-hmm. What's really been happening is that a lot of things that we saw as happening in other parts of the world that never touched America, ever since 9/11, there's been a lot of that's been coming over here. Mm-hmm. And, this delusion of American exceptionalism that we've already had, it's cracking. It's falling apart. We're getting the real. I don't celebrate this assassination. It's I don't see what good could come from it. It wasn't even like he was at a rally. That campus didn't want him there.
Really?
It was a lot of petitions and students were just like, don't bring him here. He does not represent how we feel. But the faculty was like, we got to have free speech. We let him talk. But I when I see something like this and I go, great. Now what? Now you've opened the doors to this happening to more and more people.
It just divides people more.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Like, if you're taking sides right now, you're looking at this, and whether you are somebody who's horrified or whether you're somebody who is dancing and singing about this right now and celebrating, you're dividing.
Yeah.
There's nothing good that will come out of this if we all sit back and don't realize what the real common threat is here. And that's why I was saying, violence affects everyone.
Yeah.
And it is affecting everyone.
Yeah.
And just like Charlie Kirk, just like he thought that this wouldn't happen to him.
He definitely thought it wouldn't happen to him.
Because did you see that video?
Mm-mm.
Let me play something for you.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
Yeah, I read about that.
So think about this. Yes, I'm sitting up here saying that Charlie Kirk thought that this would never happen to him, and it did. And that's why I don't feel sad for him. But it can happen to any of us, especially in this climate right now.
It can happen to any of us. It will happen to any of us. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm scared to go out tonight because I think somebody's going to be arguing about this and it's going to turn violent. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time. It's funny that it's happening over this dipshit right here.
I know.
Because I go out to the bar and take the dog out, every other night when I do these shows, and I'm kind of scared that somebody's gonna get into an argument. Mm-hmm. And this is Texas, y'all. Somebody's gonna get they're gonna start wilding out, and who knows?
Right.
I really have never felt this discomfort before, at least not like this.
Oh, yeah, I kind of have. It's just why I don't go out as much as I used to.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. Nobody should. So many things that are happening right here. No one should be pleased about this, and no one should be pointing fingers. No one should be weaponizing this. I don't know what to tell you. It's sad. It's very sad. And I'm saying this is sad because it just makes me sad for humanity. Mm-hmm. That's just that's what I can say, man. I'm not even angry about it. I'm not happy about it. I'm just sad.
Yeah. Yeah. And not sad for him, sad for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to go to Frogtown. we're going to be doing a bad movie roast for Hell Comes to Frogtown. I think the Corey's going to go there too right now.
Can't wait to go to Frogtown.
I can't wait to go to Froggy Town, man. I feel safer in Frogtown than I do in Austin right now.
Hey, have you watched the movie? Because I would go with you, but I was like, I watched this the other night.
Well, I felt like you until this happened. I'm like, no, Frogtown, here I come, baby. As I said, I saw people clapping about this, making jokes and laughing. And I said, what good is that going to do?
Right.
Yeah, like you said, now what?
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, what's going to be the reaction?
Yeah.
Other than the immediate, yay, oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah.
What comes after that?
And then I saw the politicians already doing the same old thing, mad that it happened to their side. Mm-hmm. We should make this about Charlie and the condition he's in. And everybody's like, what about that representative in Minnesota that was shot? That y'all just kind of brushed under the rug.
Brushed under the rug.
Well, let's not talk about that, right? It's always let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about the matter at hand. This is the matter at hand, bitch. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. Funny, when it was kids getting shot, they were like, oh, well, it's so sad, thoughts and prayers. But now all of a sudden, something must be done.
Yeah. And what we always say, it's always going to be thoughts and prayers, and let's not talk about this. Let's make it about mental illness. Let's talk about the matter at hand until it starts happening to this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Martin, black people should have more guns. Then they get scared and take the guns away. They won't have guns anymore. It's problem solved.
You think so?
No. Or would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.